Let's take a look at another example. Gears produced by a grinding process at Kruger Industrial Smoothing are characterized either as conforming, that is, they're suitable for their intended purpose, downgraded, they're unsuitable for their intended purpose but usable maybe for some other purpose, or scrap, they're not usable at all. On average, 80% of the gears are conforming, 15% are downgraded, and 5% are scrap. Say that 10 gears are selected at random to inspect. What's the probability that one or more is scrap? Okay, let's first take a look at the categories. We had conforming, we had downgraded, and we had scrap. Okay, conforming occurs 80% of the time. Okay, so the probability that an individual gear is conforming is 0.8. Downgraded occurs 15% of the time, and scrap occurs the remaining 5% of the time. Okay, so what's the probability that if we select 10 at random, that one or more is scrap? Okay, so we want what's the probability that one or more of these things is scrap? Well, let's think about first a random variable. Let's just call it x. X is the number of scrap gears in 10. Okay, so we're choosing 10 at random, and x is going to count the number of scrap gears out of that 10 that we collect. Okay? And, okay, so let's think about, and we want it also, we want the probability that x is more than 1 or more, right? What's the probability that 1 or more is scrap? Okay, let's think about what the possibilities for the number of scrap gears in 10. We could have 0, we could have 1, or 2, or 3, all the way up to 10. 10 scrap gears, okay? We want 1 or more, okay? So we want 1 or more. All of these possibilities, we want to find their probabilities and sum them up. That is the probability that 1 or more is scrap, the probability of 1 or the probability of 2, all the way up to the probability of 10. Another way to think about that is we could take the complement of having none that are scrap. Okay? So the probability that x is greater than or equal to 1 is the complement, 1 minus the probability that x is none. Okay? So what's the probability that we have none scrap? We'll take the complement of that, and that'll give us the probability we're looking for. Okay? So this is 1 minus, we're going to choose 0 from the 10 to be scrap. What's the probability of scrap? What is p here? It's 0.05. So none of those are going to be scrap. That means that the rest are either going to be downgraded or conforming. Okay? 1 minus p. 95% of those are downgraded or conforming. That is, 95% are not scrap. 0.95 to the 10. Okay? And if we work this out, we should get 0.4013. Okay? Probability 0.4013. What's the probability that if we choose 10 gears, if we choose 10 gears, what's the probability that x is greater than or equal to 1 gears that are scrapped? 0.4013. Another way to think about that is if we collect 10 gears over and over and over again, 40% of them will have 1 or more that are scrap.